Hi folks, welcome back to the Adirondack Domestead. Dave here. Update on where we're at right now. We have been doing a lot of work trying to get the heater system going. I put a short up a little while ago saying we're up and running, and it is running. It took a little while to get that going. It was a bit of a saga to get both of our water system going, coordinating with my plumber to get that taken care of because he installed the expansion tank controls. And then when we pressurized the heating system that I installed, there was a few leaks that we had to re-sweat and take care of that. And then when we pressurized the tankless water heater, there was a leak in there. And one of the things that we found was we thought it was an O-ring in a small fitting. It wasn't. The actual little plastic fitting had a little crack in it, which we had to order and get a replacement for that. We couldn't get the thing to fire up, kept trying. Everything was working right, had the controls on. It wanted to run, it was trying to, but it just wouldn't ignite. Long story short, found out that even though I had ordered a propane unit, the invoice said it was a propane fired unit, they shipped me a natural gas unit. So then we had to wait for a conversion part to come through, and it's not just an orifice in these units. It was a little unit about yay big that had to go in. There was a couple of pieces that had to go in. Really easy to do, just had to wait for it. And then once that came in, we got everything good, made sure the gas was going to the unit, fired right up, and we are making heat. So that is a really, really good thing, especially because we're just now getting into the really cold season up here in the High Peaks region. Not this morning, but the two previous mornings, we had not record lows, but we had lows of minus 29 Fahrenheit. That was a little brisk. And I wanted to make sure that we didn't have any issues inside. I had been running little heaters in here just to keep things above freezing, and we never got close to the freezing temperatures inside the house. But I had to make sure that we got heat running because there was water in all the PEX lines in the slab. Now the slab is insulated, and the sensors reading the floor temperature going to the thermostats were always reading about 43 degrees, even without heat going through it. So I wasn't too worried, but when you have minus 29 degrees, you worry. You know, it could have gotten cold in here, and that could have caused a problem. PEX is very forgiving when it comes to those things for short periods of time, but I didn't want to stress the system any more than it already has been. And so we're good now. Everything's happy. I'm going to pick up the camera and I'm going to show you out the window what we're looking like right now. This is the very northern Adirondacks. We get more cold than we do snow, generally speaking. We should have more snow than this right now. I know a lot of the snowmobilers right now are unhappy. We do have snow, but not as much as we should have. I'm going to pick up the camera and show you what we have. So this is a view outside of the big triangular windows. And well, you can see that there is some snow on these windows. These are double glazed windows, and so every now and then, if there's a lot of snow built up on them, I go out and brush them off, and then the sun shines in here and it really warms this space up. As you can see that there's a little bit of snow. There's probably about 6 or 7 inches or so out there. On the second floor, we've done a lot of wiring for lighting and smoke detector circuits. It looks like a bit of a spaghetti mess, and it kind of is, but it all makes sense. So, in new construction, you're required to have a smoke detector in every bedroom and on every floor. So that means that I have to have 5 smoke detectors that have to be AC powered, DC backup, and interconnected. So I used 14.3 wire for the smoke detector circuit, and that will provide a carrier line as a signal to trip them all. Looking forward to having that happen. So there's a lot of wiring going on in here. This is for lighting and smoke detectors. And you can see that we've really been going nuts with wires. It's still all in rough wiring situation here. That's where we're at with this so far, but we're getting there. So this is the upstairs bathroom. Let's see if I can't get back. This is the shower. Deb and I framed this up and boxed this thing in. It is not completely fitted in there yet, but it's rough. We had to get it in place so that I could figure out where the drain was going to go so I could finish that plumbing. That's how close we are. Rough plumbing is really almost done. It's a matter of I've got to finish that drain. I've got to do a drain for the vanity. I've got to vent them. Then I have to get the supply lines up here. That's not hard. It's just had to get it done. These big silver insulated flex pipes. These are the supply for fresh air in return for stale air that are going to be feeding the HRV unit, which is going to go in this space. This is actually the HRV right here, which has to be mounted and connected up to. So this little knee wall that I built goes all the way around through all the second floor, and this will provide fresh air for these upstairs bedrooms. And I'm going to cut a hole, and it's going to go down over there because that's right over the bathroom, the master bathroom, and it'll feed it in through a closet into the master bedroom. I will exhaust the air from the bathroom into here. I'm going to exhaust air also from this part of the dome, and another area too I've forgotten already. Anyway, so you get the idea. That's all about moving air around in here and making sure that it is fresh and not stale, and also not moist. It'll just take it right out. You can see that the kitchen counter has been used. It's just another workspace. I have 2 appliances over here. Actually, the stove is set up. I have a little leak in the gas line over there. I've got to discover where that is, and I might have to change a fitting and get that taken care of. That's the dishwasher right there. I'm not ready to mount that yet because I have to make sure that when we have the electrical inspection, that is all cool and copacetic. But that's what we're doing, is just using this space. I put cardboard on to protect the brand new expensive quartz countertop. So this is a new light fixture. I bought a bunch of these. I got them from Lex Bezos on Amazon. These are dimmable LED sconces. I've got a number of these in different areas. So this one is going to go at the top of the stairs up here, right where that box is. And then I'm going to have another one right there, and another one way up there. And that will provide lighting for this stairway and landing. I don't think I've showed you these. This is one of the interior doors. I bought 10 of these doors, and they are all primed, and they have that arch across the top and then the beadboard style into it. This one here is just leaning here. That's for the powder room down here on the first floor. I'm almost ready to install it. I might install it. I could put it up before I put the drywall on. Then I can have a little privacy, because we are actually using this potty. We just use cardboard to give us a little privacy. So it's, but they're cool. They're nice doors. It's just, I think it's a solid wood door. Let me see. Yeah, it's a solid wood door, and it is, so it's not like a cheap hollow core. and it'll be pretty easy to mount up there. So that brings you up to speed for now. We are still plugging away with the same things. It's always the same for us between videos. It's more of the same, more of the same. Right now, it's just plumbing and electrical, and it has been the heating system. So we're just going to continue on with the plumbing and the heating. Once we get all of the plumbing and the heating inspected and approved, I'm ordering a large shipment of drywall, and we're going to continue then to start enclosing walls. And we've already identified where all the lighting is going. There's still more of that to be decided, but we're getting really close. We know where it's going. My buddy was out, and he does, for a living, he does computer work, and so we're going to hardwire the house with Cat 6 to some specific locations. He's already specified the super powerful Wi-Fi antenna that is going to be mounted up in the cupola and just blast out. So we're going to have Wi-Fi all around us here with a very strong signal, and then that'll take care of that issue once we're living here. I also have to buy and install a cell phone booster, which will end up being one of those high boost units, I think they're called. I'm not sure. Anyways, it's the antenna, directional antenna, that'll go up, probably mounted on the side of the cupola on the outside, point it towards the closest cell antenna, and then you wire it into an internal unit that amplifies and rebroadcasts the cell signal inside the house. We do get cell service here. It's really just usually about 1 bar, sometimes 2. 1 bar about. And sometimes calls will drop. Not always. We're right on that fringe. So I'm going to get a booster and take care of that. So that's where we're at. I mean, it's just a lot of little things that are going to take up a lot of our time over the next couple, 2-3 months. 3 months minimum, I think. Our goal right now, our new goal right now, is to move in the springtime. That's a pretty soft target. It's a big target, right? Springtime. I guess that means before June 21st. So that's what we're shooting for. I'd really like to have that happen. So I'll leave you with Life is Good in the Adirondacks. Peace.